I'm enjoying the warm weather now, but that could all change starting Saturday night. I'll tell you why coming up after the break.
The water was up to this step yesterday, nearly 3 feet higher than it is today at the bottom of the stairwell. Early this morning, SCE&G turned down the amount of water running through the dam and down the river to make it easier on divers to find the man. Bickley says that the different conditions will help with the success of the search. A man has been arrested and charged with burglary after getting stuck in the ventilator shaft of an Arby's for nearly 10 hours. People like Miranda are now raising awareness about the cause. The Out of Darkness Campus Walk, sponsored by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, is trying to get University of South Carolina students involved in the cause.
Cocky's a familiar sighting across the University of South Carolina campus and at USC sporting events. But the character of Cocky reaches much more than just students. Police believe 2 reports of a man falling off of the bridge and struggling in the current are true, but no evidence has been found yet. Sergeant Rhett Bickley is one of the divers continuing the search today.
We have an area that we feel that we can search, but when we tried to put divers in the water yesterday, the current with the recent rains and the water that Lake Murray was pushing for power generation, we just weren't able to get a diver down to the bottom based on the excessive current.
The water was up to this step yesterday, nearly 3 feet higher than it is today at the bottom of the stairwell. Early this morning, SCE&G turned down the amount of water running through the dam and down the river to make it easier on divers to find the man. Bickley says that the different conditions will help with the success of the search.
Also, the change in water flows has the water clarity different. There's about 3 feet more visibility today on our side of the river, which will be the side we're searching mainly, than there was yesterday.
Bickley is hopeful that being able to put divers on the bottom of the river today will lead to some answers.
And based on visibility, lower flow, and just general conditions, I think that we should be able to have some success today.
All right. They will continue the search until sunset. Catherine Ramirez, Carolina News. Six-year-old Emma Longstreet was with her family on their way to church when a repeat drunk driving offender struck their car in 2012. Emma died, but her father has made it his mission to make her death help others.
After the accident on New Year's Day, after recovering at home for many weeks, it might be of some interest for me to get involved with a particular legislation that would have possibly prevented, and I believe it would ultimately have prevented Emma from getting killed.
Emma's law would force anyone convicted of a first offense DUI to have an ignition interlock installed in their car. A car with an ignition interlock device would not start if the driver blows a .02 or higher into the device.
It will work. Interlocks have been proven in other states that they do save lives, and in 2012 when Emma was killed, it was 358 people were killed. Emma was the very first person killed that year.
Emma's law passed the House subcommittee with the biggest amendment, changing the blood alcohol level of first-time offenders who need to use the ignition interlock system from .12 to .15. Supporters are happy it passed, but it still has a long way to go before it reaches the governor's desk here at the State House.
Representative Rick Quinn knows some supporters disagree with the change, but wants people to keep pushing for Emma's law to be passed.
We were struggling to get the 3 votes that necessary to even make them come to the point where they came today. So we feel good about it. This is it's a very positive thing that we've got it moving forward. And hopefully we can make the bill stronger as the process goes along.
Emma's law is now headed to the Judiciary Committee, where if it passes, it will move on to the floor of the House of Representatives for a vote. And Longstreet is already looking forward to the next step.
I think it's probably 20 more days, or probably could be after Easter holidays, that we're going to really have to have a continued push to get this bill all the way through to a final vote in the full House.
And even though Longstreet is moving forward, hoping Emma's law will pass later this year, he'll never stop looking back. Catherine Ramirez, Carolina News. Cocky spreads the Gamecock spirit wherever he goes.
Yeah, show me shirt.
Three students currently play the role of Cocky. The one senior student, whose name will not be revealed to preserve the secrecy of the mascot, spoke with me about being cocky. It means more to him than just putting on the suit.
The cool thing about it is through the costume, your friends become strangers in a sense where people don't necessarily know who you are. But then on the other side, strangers become your friend because, I mean, Cocky is so recognizably known that everyone kind of has an affection for him, unless they're from the upstate. For the most part, they love Cocky.
Cocky is considered part of the USC Spirit program. And each Cocky spends over 15 hours in the suit weekly. Cocky's a familiar sighting across the University of South Carolina campus and at USC sporting events. But the character of Cocky reaches much more than just students.
One of the most rewarding parts of being Cocky is you are invited into people's homes, you're invited into people's hearts, and you kind of become an honorary family member.
Cocky supported the community of Columbia at the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes walk downtown. Even though it wasn't the usual Cocky appearance, people loved having him there.
I think it's so cool that you took the time to come out here and support such a great cause. It's really heartwarming, and we love you for that. Thank you so much.
Cocky also makes appearances the public doesn't see. Visiting sick children in the hospital is a different kind of appearance that Senior Cocky loves.
Importantly, I got to interact with his family through the suit and out of the suit and really become part of the family.
And he knows that being cocky makes a huge difference.
You know, whether you're busting a move in front of 80,000 people at Williams-Brice Stadium or even just in front of a group of kids at the Children's Hospital, the suit really enables you to make an impact on the lives of others.
For him, making people happier is the true meaning of being cocky.
This is my first ball game.
Catherine Ramirez, Carolina News.